what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. So happy to have you here. Today we're going to do a Q&A, and I'm going to do this makeup look right here. All I knew was that I wanted something kind of purpley or blue, kind of periwinkle vibes and glittery, and this is what ended up happening. It's a little bit lighter for me, which is great. Definitely not light for the average bean, but definitely a little bit lighter for me. So if you like what you're seeing, or you want to learn a little bit more about me, I answer a whole bunch of questions that I ask for on YouTube or Instagram. I do this periodically, so if you ever have a question, keep your eyes peeled either at my Instagram stories or on the community part of YouTube, where you'll just see like a picture of me pop up, not a video, and I'll usually be like, hey guys, I need questions. That's how you get your question in these videos. But anyway, before we jump into the video, I am going to talk for a moment about Dossier. If you have not heard of Dossier, they are an online fragrance company, but the thing is they are now available in select Walmarts. Definitely go check them out if you have a Walmart near you. I think they have their best-selling scents there that you can check out, which is great. So you can actually go sniff them and see if you like them and test them out. I love Dossier. They have some of the longest lasting fragrances ever. They have some of my favorites. They do Marc Jacobs, Chanel. There's so many brands, so definitely check them out. They also have a scent like quiz if you aren't sure what kind of scent you want, or you want to make sure you're getting ones that you're going to like. They do have that on there, so you just go in and you just say what kind of notes you like, and it'll pop out some fragrances for you. Another cool thing is that they have finally started doing their own house fragrances, so they are designing their own fragrances. So they're the Dossier Originals. I picked out this one. This one is, we'll see, caramelized lavender and hazelnut. That is, yes. So the first collection that they have put out, I assume they're going to do both men's and women's fragrances as well, but they have started with the genderless collection. So I have already put this fragrance on. I decided that before I even started getting ready that I would test it out, because I do find that sometimes fragrances change the longer they're on you. I normally will give you like a first impression, kind of sniff, but I think that this might be a better way of doing it, because now I've let it sit. It's been on there for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I can really give you my thoughts, because honestly, when I first sprayed this, I was like, that's a very like wood smoky. So the notes in this are salted caramelized hazelnut accord, lavender, violet, orange flower. Base notes are patchouli, vetiver, suede, and ambroxan, which I don't even know. Happy sniffing. How cute. Okay, so let's talk about this fragrance really quick. So I sprayed it on me, like I said, a little while ago, and at first I could not figure out exactly what the scent was, and it was very reminiscent of something, and I could not point it out, which is funny because this is not a dupe. But I'm going to tell you what this smells like to me, almost exactly. So you're going to know. You're going to know if you're going to love it. Have you ever been to Bath & Body Works and sniffed Marshmallow Fireside? The candle, the scent. It smells so much like that. It's a balance of sweet and woodsy. And I think that they made it really nice, kind of smack dab in the middle of like men's and women's fragrances, because I feel like this definitely could go for a man or a woman. I love warm scents. I feel like this is going to be absolutely perfect for fall and winter, given we're going into spring, and I will wear a warm scent any time of year because they are my favorite. It's so good. Oh, it smells so good. I feel like the sweeter notes come out the longer it's on my personal skin. Of course, we're all different and we all have different pHs, and that's the great thing about Dossier, is that they also have a money back guarantee. If you try the fragrance, you don't like it, you can ship it back, get your money back, no problem. All right, love, so if you want to check out Dossier, be sure to check out your local Walmart. If they carry it, I would just go on their website and see which one carries it, and that way you can go sniff it in person. If not, I will also leave a link down below in the description box for you guys. That also lets Dossier know that I sent you. But yeah, I think that's it. Let's go ahead and get into the Q&A tutorial. Let's go. Hey loves, all right, let's get started. I have already hydrated my face. I just used my normal DERMA Vitamin C Renewing Moisturizer, which you guys know I am obsessed with it. And I did use some of this oil, the anti-wrinkle treatment oil, to use my little, this thing, gua sha, I think. So yeah, so that's all that I have on my face, and honestly I've just been doing that, maybe some eye cream, and then going right in. Obviously my SPF, but because I will not be leaving the house today, I'm not going to bother. I got some requests for a purple look, so we're going to try and do purple. I looked everywhere for this palette and I found it, and I was so excited. I really have to go through all of my makeup, because this was in the bottom of a bin that like a while ago I decided I wanted to keep, and I'm sure a lot of what's in there I don't want to keep anymore, so I just need to do it. So I'm so excited I found this because the purples are perfect. There's glitter, there's everything in that palette that you need. So we'll get to that in a minute. But I'm gonna go ahead and start answering questions and start putting stuff on my face. I want to show you what I'm using. And everything's always linked down below. So yes, let's do it. Let me get this started and I will get my first question. I asked for questions a couple weeks ago on both YouTube and Instagram. So I'm going to go with the first one. I screenshotted a bunch of them from both Instagram and YouTube. If you have any questions you want to ask, I will always ask like at least like a day or two before, either in like the community thing. So if you see like a picture we posted on YouTube, it's most likely me asking your questions, or in my stories on Instagram. So the first one is Louise, my love. She's the sweetest thing ever. I know Revolution was your favorite makeup brand once upon a time. Who is it now though? What changed for you with Revolution? I think money increase and quality didn't always, in my opinion. I think what she's saying is like the reason why she's not loving Revolution anymore is like it got more expensive, but then the quality didn't get any better. I still really love Revolution. Man, if I had to pick one brand, honestly, that's really hard. It's kind of a bummer, all of the drama that like came out. You can always look up Jen Love's reviews if you're curious about what drama I'm talking about. But at the same time, like it's still a good product. It's still a good price. It's almost always on sale at Ulta here in the US. So I do try a lot of new Revolution. I just honestly, until just recently, hadn't been buying like makeup at all. The last time I went to Ulta, well, not the last time, because I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I got the last time, which was a couple days ago. But the time for that, all I bought was like new Revolution. And I do love Revolution. I mean, I guess if I had to pick, it's hard though. Maybe e.l.f. Honestly, I freaking love e.l.f. these days. I feel like e.l.f. is doing so many good things for such a good price. I don't even know. I feel like back in the day I used to have just like brands that I rode for, ride or die, and now I'm just kind of like, if something strikes my fancy, I will try it. But I do feel like I am prone to Revolution, ColourPop, e.l.f., some Essence. Essence doesn't really do a lot, like a big shade range, but I do love to try their products. I think e.l.f., honestly, I think e.l.f.'s taking the cake for me. And honestly, nothing really changed for me when it comes to that. I think it was just, I stopped really buying new makeup. I didn't really have the budget for it. I had stopped really creating the content. So it wasn't really, you know, it didn't really make sense for me to keep buying. Yeah, I don't know. That was like a whole bunch of rambling. I hope that makes sense. Let's see. What do you like to do in your spare time? What do you hate about YouTube? My spare time, you guys. I'm just gonna use this e.l.f. concealer. So I'm really bad. It's something that honestly I've discussed with my therapist almost every single session that I've had. I'm really bad at doing anything but working. I'm really bad at that. But and I also have ADHD, so I'll like start something and then I won't finish it, and then I'll start something and won't finish it. I think the one thing that like truly through the years has like always been a stress reliever for me, something that I like to do no matter what, is baking. After the pandemic, I got really into making bread. The other day I made like little pretzel bites and they were so easy, so good. Yeah, I think that that's like my number one thing that like I actually will zone out in and pay attention. Otherwise, like my leisurely time is like the days that I see my boyfriend and we just watch Netflix and eat snacks and hang out. Yeah, I'm really bad at, because all of the things that I love to do have now become a part of my job, if that makes sense. I don't put makeup on as often anymore because I work from home. So on the days that like I get to put on makeup, it's a little bit more exciting. And especially lately, I feel like it just depends on my mood and my mental health and stuff like that. But I guess the only thing really I can think of is baking. And I love that this is going to be the longest video ever because I can't like give a simple answer for anything. I love that concealer, you guys. e.l.f. knows what's up. Okay, what do I hate about YouTube? The algorithm, the hate comments, but that's about it. I love YouTube. I think I'll always YouTube. I think I'll always do YouTube. That's all. Like that's, you know, I don't. The way. I wish I had more support for creators and treated creators a little bit better, honestly. And if you could collab with any brand, who would it be? Love you. Love you too, girl. I don't know if you mean... Oh, Luna just touched my foot and scared me. I don't know if you mean like makeup brand or clothing brand? So let's think of both. I think makeup brand, probably e.l.f. or ColourPop would be fun, but probably e.l.f. Just because I've been so into it lately. Let's see, in clothing, Torrid I think would be amazing, only because like obviously I would love to do one. I would be open to like, there's so many brands that I love. You guys, I think Torrid, honestly, I think that just would be amazing because they were like the first brand when I was younger that came out and like had trendy plus size clothing. Before that I was shopping at like Lane Bryant, that was it. And no shade to Lane Bryant, it's just when you're a teenager that's not as much fun, you know. Obviously I think Shein would be fun because I am a big fan. I love that. I know people have a lot of things to say about Shein and we can all have our thoughts about Shein, but at the same time it's like for people on a major budget and like there is no better option, and there's also no better option for affordable, trendy, plus size clothing. So I assume you mean like to create a collection, not just like to work with. I'm trying to think, but yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and use this little blush from Rare Beauty. It is in Happy. It's a mini from a little set that they had. I'm just gonna use that as like the base blush because I think it might go good with the one that I got that's powder that we'll use in a minute. The next question is, what are your favorite movies? I'm gonna do movies and TV shows just because I'm not a huge movie person anymore. The only one I can think of is Someone Great on Netflix, and then the obvious ones are like Hocus Pocus and stuff like that. But when it comes to like TV shows, oh my gosh, I have been re-obsessed with You. I have feelings about the new season. Let me know your feelings down below. But if you also saw the preview for the second half of the season, I now have hope. I now have hope. I just rewatched iZombie, which it's been a minute, but that's a really good show. I wouldn't call it like a favorite show. I'm just thinking of like ones that I've watched lately because I feel like I go through phases. Like I went through a phase where I watched Stranger Things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So it really just depends on the mood and the timing. And then I switch, and then I was watching You over and over and over again, and I'm still watching You. But yeah. Okay, I'm going to take my e.l.f. camo powder just a little bit under my eyes. Hi! Did you have to jump on my knee? Hi! Hi, Angel Baby. Okay, I'm going to use this IRL Filter Revolution powder. I'm going to use the loose one. This is my new favorite thing to do because now I can like have the benefit of baked under eyes without like it looking terrible on me. So I just put a ton on. Plus, because we're going to use glitter, this will help it not stick to my under eye. And that way I can do my makeup in the order that I actually really like to do my makeup, which is my base first. And I'm going to put some of that on my lids. I'm going to let that chill for a minute. Oh wow, I did not blend that well. I think actually I'm going to go ahead and put on my brows. Well, I'm going to do the pencil part and then I'll come back, and I do have a new brow product, like a new brow gel. So I'll be right back. All right. Looking crazy, but I'm back. I did get a new shade of the e.l.f. brow pencil. I got it in taupe, so I'm using that guy. And then I'm gonna put it back in the box because I just keep losing my brow pencils. I need to get a different little bin to like put my makeup in because everything keeps falling out of it. Okay, so the brow product is actually an oldie but a goodie, and I used to love this, and it's been so long since I've used it. I thought I would try it. I've really been loving the ColourPop one, and I repurchased it. So I have that, but it's so small, and this is really small too, but this is like half the price, so thought I would try it. All of the Essence products, everything's gone up in price. Is it just like so hard to go shopping for you guys too? Makes me sad. Everything is so expensive. So I got it in whatever the taupey shade is. I don't know if it says. Oh, Blondie Brows. Blondie Brows. It looks like a lot on there, but let's see. It also has like a brown shade. So I'm going to, been doing this lately and I really like it, which is such a simple thing. But you know when you try something new that you've never done, even though people do it all the time? I'm definitely gonna have to clean this up because it's a colored brow gel and I'm not used to that. So, got them all. And then you just like knock them back down like right above, like, and then they stay. Ooh. We'll see how it goes. Oh, can you talk about your vegetarian and vegan journey? You make the yummiest food with your restrictions. I have found that like almost anything that you like, you can make a vegan version. Is it going to be the same? No. Is it going to be close? Maybe. Maybe. And I think the longer you are a vegan or vegetarian, the more you get used to it. I don't know. I went vegetarian when I moved out of my parents' house when I was 20. And I remember I turned 21 right after that. So it's been a long time. It's been a long time. And then I went vegan 3 years ago. The whole time I was vegetarian though, it was always like an end goal to be vegan. I don't know. It's always interests me. I've always been an animal lover, as you guys know. So I did stop eating red meat probably like 3 years or so before I went vegetarian. And then I don't know, finally I was just like, I'm gonna try. There's so many products now. I went vegan at the very end of 2019 going into 2020. So I kind of mentally celebrated in a way like every January, because I did have some non-vegan things at Christmas. And I think you can still, I don't often do it, but like, or like ever, not anytime recently, but I feel like there's so many people that think like you have to be all in, and you don't have to be all in. I think it's wonderful if like that's something you're into and you make like just a conscious decision to eat more meatless meals or to, you know, try new things. There's so many amazing vegan chicken substitutes on the market. The only thing is like cheese. What did I do? What am I doing over here? What happened? What happened right here? What happened right here? What's happening? I don't know, but I'll fix it in a second. I think I may have messed up with my contour and I'm just like losing my mind. I'm gonna brush that off my face in just a moment, don't you worry. It's just something I wanted to do, and it's something that I was always interested in, and I'm proud that I did it. I think it's wonderful. If it's something you ever want to do, I say go for it. There are some vegan YouTubers that really helped me out in the beginning. Sweet Simple Vegan, the Edgy Veg, the Vegan View. The Vegan View actually is one of the reasons why I'm gonna try this blush. Try this blush, and then I'll keep talking. It's hard to see because it reflects, but this is the Pure Nude Baked Blush. Swatching it, I wasn't very impressed, but we will see. This is in Shimmery Rose. I'm pretty sure Taylor tried these too, and I don't think she liked them. So, we'll see. I love a shimmery blush though, so it's not looking like it's got much. Maybe because it's baked, you know, some products when they're baked, you have to like really get in there. Now I'm seeing some pigment, but I had to like really get in there. So yeah, I just recommend watching YouTube videos about it if you're into it. I feel like it's hard because it's like one of those things that so many people have such an opinion on. Okay, I'm gonna brush this away. I still feel like there's a darkness there. I think I messed up, so let's just keep going. I don't know what's happening. So I'm not super impressed with this blush, but it is really cheap. But at the same time, if you're going to spend this much, you could get a couple Shop Missy blushes, given you'll have to order online. But Shop Missy blushes are just like so insanely amazing. Using this, because I know some big products you have to get like past the top of it, because when it's baked, it just gets harder on the top. But then once you go past that, it does get a little better. I remember like the e.l.f. baked highlights were like that. So I don't know. I'll keep you guys posted on that one. Not absolutely in love yet. There is a highlighter that we have too. I think I'm gonna wait till I'm done with the eyes to do the highlighter though. I would just say if it's something you're interested in, try switching one thing out. Like when you run out of butter, go try a vegan butter. My favorite is Earth Balance. A lot of people don't like Earth Balance, but I was having, before I went vegan, I had already switched out my milk and my butter long before then. I don't know. I just kind of grew up on Earth Balance. I don't remember why I tried it. Probably my sister Jen, I'm guessing. But I've always liked it. So I get Earth Balance, oat milk. You know, you could just try different things and switch them out as you get them. Maybe like sour cream. My favorite's Little Foodie, but there's so many options now. And again, I do have to say, like, I was trying vegan foods before then, and now there's so many new options that there's probably more realistic options. And now there's a whole bunch of like animal-free dairy coming out. I heard that there's like a new cream cheese and it's like animal-free dairy. I know that there's like, I don't know if it's Cool Robot or something, but there is animal-free dairy, which I'm still a little worried about, especially because I find that dairy affects my arthritis. It causes more inflammation. So a bonus of me being vegan, it does help my pain levels. So I'm scared to try that stuff. But if that's not an issue for you, I would say definitely try that out. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. Like if you want like my favorite yogurt, my favorite whatever, my favorite vegan chicken, nuggets, whatever you're thinking, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. Like I'm always here to answer those questions. I think I don't know, it's something I'm very interested in, and I love trying new vegan foods. There are many like vegan accounts that you can follow on Instagram too. Big Box Vegan is probably my favorite. He's always like on it with the new vegan products out there, and it's so exciting to see how many new things are coming. But yeah, if you guys want more information on that or more vegan meal videos, definitely let me know. I kind of want to make it periwinkle-y. So I think I'm going to use blue and purple, which I never use blue, so it'll be fun. I'm going to start with this pastel blue right here. So basically, long story long, I just need to be in a really good place to create food content, but if you guys want it, I will just create it as on the days that I feel strong enough mentally to do it, if that makes sense. Also, I'm really bad at eat the same things over and over and over and over again, but I think it's been long enough since I've done food content that even if you guys see the same thing, it'll feel different, you know? So that's always an option. This is going to be all cat related is what it says. I'm just going to go through the questions really quick. The first one, how is Queenie? Tiny Queen is good. She went to the vet the other day for her checkup. Everything back there looked good. So we're in a good spot with it. It's just kind of waiting and seeing. It could definitely reoccur, but at this time the infection is gone. She's been the happiest she's been in a really long time. A lot more energy than normal. So things are really good with her. Basically what it was an infection. I ended up switching vets. I'm sure a lot of you have heard the whole story, but basically it was an infection that wouldn't go away. And now we're just kind of focusing on her health, trying to give her enough fiber so this doesn't happen again. Stuff like that. And going to try and help her lose a little bit of weight. She's 24 pounds, you guys. She's a very big bean, and even when she could reach her booty, she didn't clean her own booty. But wouldn't it be nice that she could have the option to clean her booty? And now she can't even reach it, is part of why I clean it every day. What about all three that made you fall in love with them? What are special quirks or traits that each have aside from being some of the bestest kitties in the world? Very true. They are some of the bestest kitties in the world. Tiny Queen. She's sassy baby. I love her so much. I love her so much. She's the sweetest bean. She's very independent. She doesn't really get along with the other two. Binks is a tiny turd. Love him to death. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely love him. He just loves to give her a hard time. She's just so stinking sweet. She really is a very sweet cat, and I think a lot of people don't get to see that. I'm using that same blue under my eye. I think I gotta use a lot of it. I know it's pastel, but wow. And Tiny Luna, oh my gosh, you guys. You guys know, she is the sweetest angel ever. Literally the sweetest cat ever. Queen is the sweetest angel to me, but to me only. Luna is sweet to everybody and loves everybody and is just like, it's like she can't not purr. She's purring all the time. It's so sweet. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take that pastel purple in the palette as well and just put that over. And then Binks, oh my goodness, he is a wild man. I love him so much. He's so sweet though. He's literally obsessed with me. Obsessed with his mama. He's a jelly bean. So jealous. He's so smart, you guys. Binks is like the only cat I've ever had that I can say his name and he'll just be like, yes, mom. Does he always listen to what I have to say? No, but he knows when I'm talking to him. So that pastel purple called Selfie. Yeah, I love all of my cats. They are all such unique beings and have such funny personalities. I'm a very lucky cat mom. Looking fabulous. Thanks so much. I'd love to hear how you stay motivated, consistent with content, and how you stay positive being in social media. What are your aspirations in future projects? I can't speak at all. You guys get what I'm saying. I'm gonna go in with Majestic, which is this darker purple right here to kind of deepen things up. See how it goes. I don't know. Well, first of all, it's my job. I hate thinking of it that way because it was my favorite hobby that became my job, but that was like always the goal, like the dream. Like who doesn't dream of that? Like your favorite hobby becoming your job. Amazing. So I mean, being able to pay my mortgage and bills is a big motivator, but at the same time I really do love it and I really do get excited about new outfits or new makeup. Like I do, especially new outfits. I'm very, you know, loving fashion content these days, and I've really been enjoying creating more content for Instagram. It's like, it's new to me because even though I've been on Instagram for the whole time I've been on YouTube, and I was on Instagram before I was on YouTube, it's just different. I don't know. It's something different for me because I never really focused on it, and being able to diversify my content. And I think because I'm on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. It kind of gives me a little bit more diversity. I do post a lot of the same stuff on Instagram and TikTok. And now there's like shorts on YouTube, but yeah, anyway. I think that I just don't stay motivated because I love it. Like, maybe that sounds silly, but it's just something that I love to do. So with it being something I love to do and it being my actual job, it kind of just comes to me. And I think that there's always something new when it comes to fashion. So I'm putting this under here. So I think I'm just lucky in that way because it is something I've always been interested in and I am really passionate about. So, and there's just so many levels to it. It's not like just clothing or just makeup. It's like I'm creating this content because I want to reach people and connect with people and help them love themselves a little bit more and let them be a little bit more free, because I'm someone who's always loved fashion and makeup, and I let myself experiment with makeup obviously way before I did fashion because it's just different. It's like a distraction from my body, but fashion will put emphasis on your body. So I just want other people to have fun. So that there's so many parts to it that it helps me stay consistent, if that makes sense. What are your aspirations and future projects? And how do you stay positive being in social media? I'm not always positive, if that makes sense. Like I definitely have bad days, and again, the PMDD makes it hard. And I just think that I've reached a point where most days I know that the person saying these mean things or critiquing me or anything like that, there's something with them, and like everyone deserves to do whatever they want, be their own person, you know, do whatever. I'm gonna put that lilac, I think, on my lid. Oh, it's so pretty. And then I'm going to cover it with glitter. But that Selfie is the shade I'm using right now. I'm not trying to flip you off, but it just seems to happen and work best with my middle finger here. There is glitter in this and it is falling all over my face, but that's fine. It's hard, but at the same time, there are so many more positive comments than negative comments, and making a change in someone's life makes it all worth it. If that makes sense. Helping someone wear that outfit makes it worth it because it's freeing, it's fun, life's too short. I want people to be fully themselves, and if I can help anyone become more fully themselves, it makes all of it worth it, if that makes sense. And then future projects, I don't know, I'm just vibing. I think I might mix the blue and the pink glitters in this palette. I know they're not eye safe, but I do what I want all the time. There's a blue here, a pink here. That tiny bit did a lot. Wow, okay, there's way more on this finger. And like messy, I'm just going for like pastel, messy, periwinkle goodness. You know what I'm saying? What do you think you'd be doing if you weren't doing YouTube? If you were to meet one famous person, who would it be? Who would you love to meet? Love you. I love you too. Post Malone. First of all, Post Malone. Post Malone. Post Malone. Smallest wing for me. Let's do the smallest. I lost something. The smallest wing. I worked on Hot Topic for 1,000 years, but I don't think I'd be in retail anymore. I think that I eventually would have left retail either way. I needed to leave. I would probably be doing, because I went to school after I left retail, went back to school for aesthetics. So I would probably be doing that. But also I have found how much I love like working from home and not doing any sort of customer service, that I honestly would probably be doing some sort of job that I can do from home and not have to do customer service. I put in so many years with people in customer service that I think that the wing is going to end up way bigger. Okay, that's a tiny wing for me. That's like a big wing for a lot of people, but that's a tiny wing for me. Yeah, I don't know. Probably aesthetics. That's all I have to say. Probably aesthetics. How did you start out doing these fashion hauls? What kind of work did you do previous to this? So, first of all, I went to school for apparel design. So I've always been interested in fashion, but when I went to school for apparel design, it was before I even allowed myself to wear whatever I wanted to. It's an interesting thing. But also, while I was in school and after that, I did work at Hot Topic. So I've worked in retail, and it's a retail store that obviously is mostly clothing, so I did get interested in fashion through that way as well. I think a big part of it obviously is that I went to fashion school. It's just something I've always liked. I always was into Project Runway when I was younger, stuff like that. It just has always fascinated me, which is really sad that like I loved it so much but wouldn't let myself wear whatever I wanted to. And now we're, you know, it's just a different time, you know, it's a different time, which is amazing. It's a different time for both plus size fashion, and I'm just using the white highlighter from this palette and putting it on my inner corner. My mom and like My sisters remind me often that like when I was little, my favorite thing to do was to go downtown in my clippy shoes and like my little shoes that like made clippy noises, you know, little fancy shoes, and buy fancy dresses. So you see me in those party dresses is like baby me living out my dreams. So I hope, you know, I think that's fun. I've only had 3 jobs, okay? Really, I worked at Subway for a minute, and then I got hired at Hot Topic, worked at Hot Topic for forever, went back to school for aesthetics, and now I do this. So, you know, very lucky in that sense. Okay, the next question is, what is a goal you have this year, personal or work related? By the way, this is like exactly what I wanted the look to pretty much turn out like, which is like very pastel and sparkly and like boom. So I love that palette. It took a minute to build up those pastels, but it's good. Let's see what it is. I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. I think that taking more me time, focusing on my mental health and my health and my relationship and things in my life that make me happy, and not wasting time on things that don't, if that makes sense. Life is so freaking short, and if there's anything the last like 5 years of my life has shown me, is that life is insanely short. And like tomorrow's never promised. You never know. And I just want to live a little bit more in the moment. It's hard to live in the moment when you don't have the money to live in the moment. So within reason, do small things that make you happy, because you don't have to be rich to live in the moment. Like, I'm just trying to absorb every good moment that I have, because that's literally all you can do. Happiness, I feel like we all want to be happy, but the thing is happy isn't a destination. I feel like happy, like obviously you can be like at a point in your life where you're happy more often or sad more often, but I don't think that like one day you just like reach happiness. And if you get your dream job and you get like the dream boyfriend and you get like all of the things, because guess what, right now I have the most amazing boyfriend, I have the job I always wanted, but there are still stressors in life, like Queen getting sick, or when my sister was in the hospital, or hurting my knee, or my health issues, my bladder issues. Like, there's always something to be upset about. So while I think that you deserve to be upset about whatever you want, like you need to be, and you need to honor those feelings and process them, I'm also trying to not be so upset with myself for being so emotional, because it is who I am and it's always been that way. I'm really focused on work this year. I have a lot of things that like just I want to do, work on making my content better. Someone did ask about Final Cut Pro and why. I don't think I screen capped that comment, because I actually haven't purchased Final Cut Pro, because I ended up with lots of vet bills and stuff like that. And I ended up using that money that I'd put aside from Christmas towards vet bills and stuff. And my Botox was more important for my jaw, for my TMJ. And so that kind of got pushed behind, but I can also tell you why. So tie that in. Basically, someone asked like, why did I want to switch? I've been using iMovie, which is just very, very, very basic. It's good, don't get me wrong, and it does the job, and I'm still using iMovie, but I would love to try Final Cut Pro, because just the options are so much more vast, especially for like the color correcting issue. Especially with this wallpaper, I find wearing certain colors will kind of change it, and it's not as easy to change the color in iMovie. Like, it just doesn't, it's the options to change things and like editing options are very, very basic. So just to make my content a little better, it's easier for you to edit like reels and stuff in there than like in iMovie. I'm sure it's easy in iMovie too, but like just the information that I've watched on Final Cut Pro is why I want to use it. Plus, it's obviously friendly for Macs, and I use a MacBook Pro. So eventually I will. I'm trying to really put a lot of stuff on Poshmark. Definitely check if you're around my size. There's also some stuff still on there for like size medium, large, size 6. That's super duper cheap. That was sent to me on accident, and I threw up there super duper cheap. And keep in mind, Poshmark takes a chunk of the money, so I'm literally making a few dollars per item when it's that cheap, but that's just like for shipping and time to, you know, list it and ship it and print things and packaging and all of that jazz. So if you or someone you know is smaller, there's still some stuff on there. But also, if you're around my size, check my Poshmark if there's like stuff you see me try on in hauls that you really like. I sell a lot of it because I can't keep it all, and if I don't love it, love it, love it, it goes on Poshmark. I just put a bunch up. I'll probably put a bunch up in the next couple days too. There's lots of jeans and dresses and stuff like that. Let me know what you guys want to see on there. And I probably will do another video on listing on Poshmark soon, just because you guys seem to like those too. I feel like there's still more I could say about goals. I do want to take a trip with my boyfriend this year. We haven't really traveled besides once together. We did go to like Thanksgiving together with my family, and that was traveling, but that wasn't like a trip. I really want to take, I need to start trying to save for it, but like a trip, like a vacation, you guys. I have never been good at taking a vacation. Like, it's just not something that I'm good at. I'm gonna finish my face and then find lashes, because then I can keep talking and like it'll just go faster than if I take a break right now and go find lashes, which I think there's some somewhere. I'm gonna try this highlighter real quick. This is a new Essence highlighter. This is in Mesmerizing. It looks really pretty. I don't know what to expect. It's a nice light gold. There's not a lot of color options. I'm gonna try it with this brush first, just because it's a little bit more pinpointed. We're gonna see. It's very goldy, a little powdery. I'll have to see how it looks on camera. It feels very subtle to me, but I also, you guys know me, I love a highlight. I love dramatics. I love all the glow. This side feels a little, maybe I just need to do it a little bit faster. Maybe that like gets the pigment. Let's try again. That's weird. Really get it in there, you know? It's pretty. It's really pretty right there. I don't know. I feel like the light's hitting this side of my cheek, this cheek better than this cheek. It's pretty. It's pretty. It's pretty. I am, because I'm a highlighter hoe. It's a little of the white. A little right here. Just to like amp up the glow, because I am a metallic highlight lover. My eyebrow situation over here needs some work, but that's fine. I'm gonna put some up here. I'm gonna grab the lashes. I can't do lips before lashes. It just doesn't feel right to me. I'm trying to decide between these two. I'm kind of leaning towards these vegan mink ones. There's also these Meredith Duxbury ones that look really pretty. They remind me a lot of the ones that I've been wearing, a different style. I kind of want the softer, like longer ones is what I'm thinking, because those ones, other ones look a little, you know, a little more dramatic, but they're so cute though. Okay, let's try these. So these are in Ivy. They look really pretty. I'll pull them out. They are Sister Nature Vegan Mink Lashes. Fluffy 3D look. I'm excited. I always love trying new lashes. Oh, they're gonna be so pretty and soft and like gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put these on. I'll be right back, and then I will do the lips and finish up the questions. All right, loves. I am back. I have the lashes on. This feels like a very soft look for me. I know this is a lot of makeup for a lot of people, but like the lashes aren't as big. The wing is not as big. It's very pastel. I don't know. It's fun, but let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm gonna go ahead and use this caramel, however you want to say it, syrup lip liner from Revolution. And then I did just get this guy in my BoxyCharm. It is Give Them Lala Beauty in Booty Call, and it looks so close to like Blush Rose, the color that I really, really love from City Beauty. So we're gonna try that. The next question is, do you collect anything? Not exactly, but yes. If you've been around a minute, you probably know that around Halloween, my favorite thing is to go get decor. So like spooky decor is basically, I mean, I do collect clothing. We know that, but I think that's my favorite thing, that I like actually try and like collect certain things each year, like just to add to my collection. I just have like shelves with random stuff on it. If you guys ever want to see like my Halloween collection, it needs to be like amped up and like sorted a little better, but it's fun. Maybe around Halloween we'll do that, which will be here before we even know it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know, like some things. I love little jars and stuff like that, but really that's the only thing that I consistently will every year purchase something new. I should have looked at Essence lip liners when I was at Ulta, but we need to go back to Ulta again soon for maybe like a more fun haul. I'll try and put a little money aside for that. Let's see how this goes. It looks very peachy though, so we'll see. I might need to add a little pinky to it. It is very, very peachy. I'm not sure how I feel yet. I think before it dries, I'm going to add a little bit of whatever City Beauty lip in here. This is Pink Taupe. Just because when I overline, and I always overline because my lips are not very big, and they're uneven, this just like nothing sits on them like this does. And I know it's boring. I'm sorry. The color's really pretty. It actually feels really nice. But I'm just going to add a little bit. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad, but I think I want it to be a little more pinky. Yeah, I like that way more. It just wasn't, it was too peachy. It's too, I don't know. This is too cool toned. What is your best advice for smaller YouTubers? Only keep doing it if you absolutely love it. Because I have had so many people reach out to me and they're like, how do you grow? How do you do this? How do you do this? I am not the person to ask because I have had the slowest growth over the years and I have just stayed because I loved it. But the thing is if you love it and you stay consistent with it, like eventually you'll get to a place where you can do it as a job. It might not be as glamorous as people think it is, but if you love it, just keep going. And also please keep in mind, I know it's easier, much easier said than done. And the fact is there will be rude comments. Everyone, even the people that you think are the most beautiful people in the entire world that are perfect, someone out there is jealous or angry or having a bad day and they will still be mean to that person. So no matter, you can't please everyone. You can't be perfect. There are people that are going to find things wrong with you that you never even thought of. But try and focus on the impact you can make on people's lives, the connections, the joy of it. And there truly are way more positive comments than negative ones. And it kind of gives you a perspective. It's like, yeah, people can be really, really crappy, but there's also some really, really amazing people out there. This might not be the advice you were hoping for, but it's real, I think. Okay, we're calling that good. Calling that good. I love this cardigan, by the way. I don't know. I think that you should go for it. I think that I wish that I would have done it sooner. I mean, if you are a smaller YouTuber and you're actively doing it, try not to get too caught up in certain things. Just kind of follow your heart and do like what makes you happy, because that's what's going to help you find people. And I think that there were a lot of points in the beginning because I was part of the beauty community and there was such this standard of like what the beauty community was and what it needed to be. And it was so high production that I was so worried about like my equipment before I even started that I didn't just go into it. And try and have fun. Just try and have fun, because life is too short. And how fun is it that if you do it and you love it, that someday it could become a job and you could literally have your dream job, like, and have fun and connect with people and make a difference in someone's life. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's all over the place and I have no real advice. I'm just vibing, and that's what I've always done. And I think that a lot of that has to do with my having ADHD. I know now, because I've never been someone who's been like, you know, whatever. I did find and do find that like consistency helps. So like posting on Instagram every day or posting like, you know, 2 to 3 times a week on YouTube, whatever you want. But I don't think that's really important. I think every individual person is different. And that's the thing about YouTube and being a content creator or an influencer or whatever you want to call it, is we're all so different and we all have different goals and things that we love. And just be true to you and stay true to you and just, you know, have fun. Have fun. It's about having fun. And I know that I still get caught up in certain things sometimes, but like these days, my biggest goal this year is just to have fun, be happy, focus on the good as best I can. And like right now with fashion too, like for example, with my content, I'm just kind of, if I think something is cool, I don't overthink it anymore. I don't sit there and think, are people going to want to buy this? Does it matter? Like, are they going to like it? Like, are people going to think this is silly? And the thing is like my fashion has always been all over the place, that, you know, it's still like, I'm just being me. I'm just hanging out here with my friends on YouTube, you know? I could ramble for forever, but if I think of any better advice, I'll bring it in another video. But, just have fun. Just have fun. Be true to yourself. Do your thing. Oh my goodness. I hope any of that made sense. Anyway, All right, love, so that is everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you again to Dossier for partnering with me on that tiny portion of this video. If you want to check them out, there will be a link down below. And remember that you can also check them out at some Walmarts. Definitely check their website to find out which Walmart is carrying Dossier. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know. If you enjoy Q&As, also let me know down in the comments so I can continue doing them for you. If you made it to the end, leave a little rainbow for my cardigan. Leave a little rainbow for my cardigan if you made it to the end. And I think that's it. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Everything is linked down below. They are affiliate links. It means the world when you use them. No pressure, but they're there for your convenience. And I think that's it. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for your questions. Everyone that gave me a question, just know I always appreciate it so much. Yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. If you're a burper, let me know in the comments. Anyway. Is there a burp? There should be a burp emoji, like the bubbles or something. Like, leave those down in the comments. Anyway, if you ever been to Bath and Body Works, what are words? What are words? Of course you've been to Bath and Body Works. Almost everyone has. My brain no work. No work. That's what she said. Boop. Everything sounds dirty. Oh my gosh, Shannon. Could you do a Handerton? You're so cute. He's so sweet. He's such a little loyal bean. He just follows me everywhere.